Welcome to another episode of Chanakya Talk series podcast at GIMS. Today we have a special guest. She is the Executive Director, Area Chair, Human Resource Management at GIMS, having more than 19 years of experience in the field of HRM management. She has a lot of experience in academics and research. Welcome to the show, Dr. Ruchi Rayat. How are you today?
Thank you, sir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Dr. Ruchi, my first question to you is that how does a PGDM program differ from a regular PG program? और कैसे ये PGDM प्रोग्राम एक बच्चे को इंडस्ट्री रेडी करता है?
Dr. Imad, talking about the PGDM program, PGDM is one of the premier courses in management education. Now, the beauty of the program is that, as an institution or as a faculty, we have the liberty to design the curriculum. और जो हम curriculum design करते हैं, that is completely vetted by the industry experts. When I say vetted by the industry experts, it means that we design the curriculum and then we discuss the curriculum with the industry experts. क्योंकि at the end of the day, ultimate objective है to make the students placeable, to increase their employability quotient. तो अब हम यूनिवर्सिटी कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी करिकुलम होता है उसके साथ चैलेंज क्या होता है कि वो कॉन्टिन्यूसली रिव्यूड नहीं होता है एंड द काइंड ऑफ द एनवायरनमेंट वी आर इन टुडे it's changing rapidly, so we need to be on toes. It needs to be revised, reviewed again and again. तो पीजीडीएम में हम उस जो हमारा कंटेंट है, जो हमारा करिकुलम है, उसको रेगुलर बेसिस पे वी कैन मेक इट अलाइनमेंट टू द इंडस्ट्री. तो इसमें इंडस्ट्री इंटरवेंशन बहुत ही स्ट्रांग होता है और रादर आई शुड से इट that it bridges the gap between the industry and the academia. So that's the largely one of the major things which where I would say that PGDM scores above any of the other management programs.
ग्रेट मैम, ग्रेट, दैट साउंड्स फैसिनेटिंग, स्पेशली जब आप बात करते हैं इंडस्ट्री इंटरवेंशन की. क्या कैन यू टेल आवर व्यूअर्स मोर कि किस तरह से एग्जैक्टली इंडस्ट्री इंटरवेंशन होता है PGDM प्रोग्राम में और किन-किन लेवल्स पे होता है?
Dr. Imad, talking about the industry intervention, look, largely depends on institution to institution. Okay, but yes, of course, every PGDM institution is thriving for that. And but in particular order, if I talk about GIMS, well, what we are doing here is initially at the first level there is corporate mentoring, where we involve corporate mentors for the mentorship program. So, usme they from initially from joining the institution, from their resume building, from choosing their specialization, from their grooming them, their communication skills, everything. The corporate mentor has a very important role to play. Okay, that is one thing. Apart from that, we do have corporate readiness programs where we invite the corporates regularly, and every Saturday the corporates are coming to the campus, and basically there are mock GDs, mock interviews which are conducted by them, and then they are able to give the right feedback to the student. They check the employability quotient of the student कि ये बच्चे को he has to work more on his domain knowledge, or probably he has to work more on his communication skills, or maybe soft skills, or maybe attitude. तो जो feedback हमें वो जो feedback देते हैं वो हमारे students को भी मिलता है, and at the same time the feedback is shared with the faculties also. So as in faculty we also work upon that feedback कि जहाँ भी हमारा बच्चे में कमी है उस पे हम work upon करते हैं. So that is one thing. Apart from that, of course, very importantly, what we are doing is that we have made it mandatory that one of the units of the course curriculum that is being taught by the industry experts.
Correct.
तो उससे क्या है ना कि मतलब बच्चे को एक what should I say, practical knowledge मिल रही है, practical exposure मिल रहा है, the industry mentor, when they hear the
First
the
thing,
delivery
yes,
faculty versus now that
correct,
it is different game altogether.
correct.
So that is there, and of course apart from that, like any other BGDM institution, we are also having a series of talk series, be it corporate talk series or be it Samrik talk series. Means we are inviting experts from all the levels, from the top level CEOs and all, and at the same time functional managers also. So this is largely how industry and academia works together.
Great, great. And I think it gives the student an idea that what happens actually in corporate
Absolutely.
and how does different domains in corporate works when there are people coming from the industry. कोई फाइनेंस से आ रहा है, कोई HR से आ रहा है, एंड देन दे टेल कि एक्चुअली HR काम कैसे करता है, फाइनेंस काम कैसे करता है.
एंड जैसे मैंने आपको बताया ना कि हमारा स्पेशलाइजेशन है, एक्चुअली दैट इज वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वेयर द स्टूडेंट इज कंफ्यूज्ड,
करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
मोस्ट कंफ्यूज्ड. स्टूडेंट क्या सोचता है कि ओ ये मेरी फैकल्टी फेवरेट है, इन माय, और आई एम कंफर्टेबल विद एचआर, सो आई शुड गो फॉर एचआर.
करेक्ट.
ओके, और मे बी प्रोबेबली आई लाइक द टीचिंग स्टाइल ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर फैकल्टी, तो मुझे ये स्पेशलाइजेशन लेना चाहिए. वो ये भूल जाता है कि picking up your specialization is not what you like or you are comfortable with the subject. Rather it is more about competency mapping, about skill set mapping. So वहाँ पे हमारे industry experts बहुत important role play करते हैं.
Correct.
They orient the student about the skill set which is required for for choosing any specialization, and similarly they guide them, they interview them, and then they share the feedback with us as well as for the student. Like obviously अगर if any student wants to offer HR, okay, so there is a defined competencies or defined skill set जो एक HR student में होना ही चाहिए.
Correct.
Let's suppose communication skill, that is one thing which is mandatory for any HR professional. लेकिन अगर बच्चे में वो मतलब क्वालिटी थोड़ी कम है या probably he is more fit for the finance, तो she should be guided in that way. तो वहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री मेंटर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है कि वो गाइड करता है कि लुक योर पर्सनालिटी, योर स्किल सेट इज मोर matches more with the finance profile rather than HR.
Correct.
और of course as I said before also कि जब इंडस्ट्री मेंटोर स्टूडेंट को गाइड करता है, at the same time फैकल्टी मेंटोर भी उनको समझाते हैं, तो obviously they understand the concept, and it makes it very viable and good decision what student chooses.
Great, ma'am. Great. So, ma'am, you talked about specialization. What I think is PGDM जहाँ पे stand out करता है एक और जगह वो है that it offers a dual specialization,
Right.
rather than a major minor specialization और a specialization जहाँ पे सिर्फ बच्चा एक specialization पढ़ के PG कर लेता. So, can you tell us more about what is the benefit of dual specialization?
Well, talking about dual specialization, it signifies that the student will be oriented with both the specializations at par.
Yeah.
मतलब मेजर माइनर में क्या होता है, मेजर में स्टूडेंट्स जो भी मेजर को स्पेशलाइजेशन चूज करता है, he studies more number of subjects in that particular specialization. हाँ, और माइनर में वो कम पढ़ता है.
Correct.
तो उसमें उसका इंटायर फोकस सिर्फ एक ही स्पेशलाइजेशन में रह जाता है, एंड सेकंड स्पेशलाइजेशन इज लार्जली आई वुड से फॉर द नेम सेक. लेकिन डुअल में ऐसा नहीं होता है. जैसे कि आई गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, डॉक्टर इमाद. Suppose a student wants to go for for some HR analytic profile, right? अब एक HR analytics की profile में जाने के लिए you cannot go for only by opting HR specialization. Though HR specialization में student does study analytic subjects, लेकिन जो एक core competency होनी चाहिए किसी भी analytic profile में, वो उसको खाली HR पढ़ने से नहीं आएगी. We need to have a very strong base in analytics also. Okay, so now what dual specialization will give him the advantage? Suppose he takes HR and business analytics. So he will have the expertise in HR as well as business analytics, and he will be the right fitment for any profile which comes for HR analytics.
Got it.
Similarly for marketing analytics or any other. This is just an example. Okay, तो dual specialization में ये advantage होता है, and believe me, जो जिस तरीके के आजकल मल्टीटास्किंग प्रोफाइल्स आ रहे हैं, इन टुडेज कंटेम्प्रेरी वर्ल्ड, द काइंड ऑफ प्रोफाइल्स दैट वी सी, it is you need to have a knowledge of all the areas. It's like you cannot be confined to one domain. तो dual specialization आपको एडवांटेज देता है कि आप इस तरीके के प्रोफाइल्स पिक कर सकते हो. मेजर माइनर में क्या होता है कि आप यू आर कन्फाइंड टू सर्टेन सेट ऑफ जॉब्स. अगर आप HR ले लो तो यू कैन गो ओनली फॉर टैलेंट एक्विजिशन, ओके, मे बी लर्निंग एंड डेवलपमेंट, but nobody will select you for a profile of HR analytics, which is related to HR analyst, right?
Correct.
Nobody will choose you for a HR analyst profile. तो डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन का सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज ये होता है कि द स्टूडेंट गेट्स द कंप्लीट एक्सपर्टाइज इन बोथ द एरियाज व्हिच यू डू नॉट गेट टू सी इन अदर PG programs. हाँ,
I
and
think जैसे आपने बोला it gives you two benefits. First is कि एक तो आपको कॉम्बिनेशंस मिल जाते हैं दो स्पेशलाइजेशन को साथ में पढ़ के एक यूनिक प्रोफाइल में आने के लिए,
right,
एंड देन इट गिव्स यू टू डिफरेंट पाथ्स आल्सो.
absolutely.
कि अगर आप HR में जाना चाहते हो प्योरली यू कैन गो इन HR, इफ यू वांट टू गो इनटू एनालिटिक्स यू कैन गो इनटू एनालिटिक्स.
जस्ट एडिंग ऑन टू दैट डॉक्टर हिमाद, कई बार क्या होता है ना कि इनिशियली हम सोचते हैं कि हमारा इंटरेस्ट या कॉम्पिटेंसी इस एरिया में, लेकिन ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू रियलाइज कि लुक मे बी आई कैन डू बेटर इन द अदर एरिया, राइट, अदर स्पेशलाइजेशन. तो जब आपके पास डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन होती है तो यू हैव दैट विंडो दैट सपोज आपने मार्केटिंग एंड लेट अस सपोज आपने मार्केटिंग और HR लिया एंड यू आर स्टडीइंग बोथ द स्पेशलाइजेशंस, तो आपके पास ये विंडो है कि आप मार्केटिंग प्रोफाइल की अगर कोई जॉब आती है जो विच इज अ पर्सनैलिटी फिटमेंट और जो आप करना चाहते हो, तो यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर दैट जॉब ऑल्सो. एंड सिमिलरली इफ यू वांट टू गो फॉर HR विच इज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री टू मार्केटिंग, यू कैन गो फॉर दैट प्रोफाइल ऑल्सो. तो स्टूडेंट के लिए तो एनी विच वे इट इज अ विन विन सिचुएशन, एंड नॉट ओनली फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, इवन फॉर द कंपनीज, द हायरिंग कंपनी, फॉर them also it is a win-win situation.
Correct.
So that is why most of the companies are opting these days for dual specialization. And for instance, at GIMS also we are offering dual specialization. Okay, so like if the student opts for let's suppose marketing, and one of the specialization that we offer is new age startups and entrepreneurship.
Correct.
ठीक है, तो अगर स्टूडेंट ये कॉम्बिनेशन लेता है मार्केटिंग एंड न्यू एज स्टार्टअप्स, तो उसमें क्या बेनिफिट हो जाता है कि बच्चा आगे चल के ही कैन बी अ जॉब क्रिएटर rather than being on the other side.
Correct.
So that is one advantage of a dual specialization. And similarly, we had students, one of our students, she's working in Deloitte. Okay, so she also opted for HR and ITBA. So many of the institutions are not even offering that specialization. The reason being the number of students who offer these specializations are not large. बच्चों को पता नहीं है, exposure नहीं है. But here at GIMS we promote dual specialization, and we promote that student can opt for any of the combinations. Of course, the intent, we need to ensure that the particular specialization is suitable as per the competency and skill set of the student. But yes, at the same time हम ये हमारा पूरा हम promote करते हैं बच्चों को कि भाई आप जो specialization pick करना चाहते हो आप करो, and that gives the window to the student to choose these kind of specialization.
Correct.
So
Ma'am, you being an HR professional, and आपने जब अभी example दिया that we had a student, she's working right now in Deloitte as an HR, and at current scenario in the current industry, what is the scope of HR? क्योंकि HR अगर टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट अगर हम HR के बारे में सोचते हैं तो एक बहुत ट्रेडिशनल सा थॉट प्रोसेस रहता है स्टूडेंट्स का, वो रिक्रूटमेंट से रिलेटेड है, राइट? सो व्हाट एल्स इज देयर राइट नाउ इन द इंडस्ट्री व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट HR?
Well, Dr. Imad, it's not just about HR. We all know that, artificial intelligence is
Correct.
something which is kind of everywhere,
Correct.
any industry, any specialization. So what I would say is कि it's not only confined to HR. It is for all the specializations and all the domains that we need to include artificial intelligence in every of the specializations. ठीक है, जब हम भी आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि जब हम एचआर की बात करते हैं तो ज़्यादा लोगों को लगता है एचआर इज ऑल अबाउट टैलेंट एक्विजिशन है
Correct.
या लर्निंग डेवलपमेंट है, बट ऐसा नहीं है. एनालिस्ट प्रोफाइल्स हैं, एंड बट येस ऑफ कोर्स एज आई सेड बिफोर, द करिकुलम नीड्स टू बी अपडेटेड. हम एक ट्रेडिशनल एचआर करिकुलम पढ़ा के बच्चे को एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं कि ही विल बी एबल टू हैंडल द न्यू रोल्स इन एचआर विच आर कमिंग अप रिलेटेड टू एआई, रिलेटेड टू एनालिस्ट. तो वो हमें करिकुलम में इंक्लूड करना होगा. एट द सेम टाइम वी हैव टू गिव द experiential learning to the student, okay, which we here at GIMS, what we are doing is we are involving the students in field project. Okay, तो हम बच्चों को असाइनमेंट के तौर पे हम बच्चों को भेजते हैं कि जाइए आप इंडस्ट्री में जाइए, फील्ड पे जाइए. वी प्रमोट कि आप फील्ड पे जाइए, कोई बात नहीं, अगर क्लास में होती है इट इज परफेक्टली फाइन. ओके, बट यू गो, दे टेक टाइम फ्रॉम अस, दे टेक OD, they go and visit the HR, and they kind of meet them and discusses and analyzes what's going on in the industry and how actually the people are working, how actually what is the functionality, the real functionality of the specialization or of the area that they are studying. So coming back to your question कि अभी क्या नया है HR में, क्या roles है, तो as I said before also कि the profiles related to artificial intelligence and बिकॉज जो हमारे ट्रेडिशनल रोल्स हैं अगर वो देखा जाए तो वो तो वॉइड हो चुके हैं.
Correct.
ठीक है, वो तो द कंपनीज डू नॉट नीड एचआर फॉर दैट. बट हाँ, इसमें अगेन एज आई सेड कि ये बहुत हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को उस तरीके का करिकुलम प्रोवाइड करें और उस तरीके से हम उन्हें अपस्किल करें दैट दे आर रेडी टू टेक अप द न्यू रोल्स इन एचआर.
You talked about field projects, and I think learning is beyond curriculum also.
Right.
So how does a PGDM program ensures that the student is learning beyond the curriculum?
That's a very, I would say one of the USP of the PGDM program, that the learning is not confined to classroom teaching. Okay, if I say it so in my words, I would say that it is only 40% is the classroom teaching and 60% is the experiential learning. Experiential learning में आ जाता है आपका case studies, role plays. So these are traditional forms of experiential learning, but yet they are very effective. Apart from that, what we are largely doing it at GIMS, and that first, the field projects.
Correct.
Field projects, we encourage the students to move out of the campus, meet the professionals, learn from them, interview them, take their interviews, interact with them, and come up come back with what they are doing, what actually they are doing, and also we include learning by sharing in that.
Correct.
यानी बच्चा जो भी सीख कर आता है, then he or she is required to give the same presentation to the entire class, ताकि बच्चे को ये पता चल जाए कि ठीक है, अगर मैम ने परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल पढ़ाया है तो एक्चुअली उस पर्टिकुलर कंपनी में लाइक few of my students visited Airtel, few visited this Deloitte and companies like that, तो वहाँ एक्चुअली कैसे हो
वो
रहा
कैसे
है।
रहा
हाँ,
वो
वो
ऑन ग्राउंड
देखिए गूगल पे सब कुछ मिलता है, everything is available on the internet, but that's only, again, that is one aspect of learning, but getting the knowledge directly from the person or from the particular department or the HR manager, that's a different thing. And this boost up the confidence level of the student also, because they are the ones who sourcing the company, they are the ones who are doing cold calling to the HRs and taking the appointments. पता है, ये जो है ना learning है, एक different level की learning होती है. It's not the learning only confined to what they are interacting with the HR, but they're learning from the zero level पे,
Correct.
कि वो अपने आप they try to search it out, क्योंकि यहाँ contracts नहीं काम करते हैं, ठीक है. और it is very clear कि at times I may refer some company to them कि आपको उसी कंपनी में जाना है, ठीक है. So they have to find the contacts, they have to contact the person, they'll be going there, taking the appointments, they face so many rejections, and I think the failure teaches you a lot. Okay,
Absolutely.
so this entire process, this is one of the process where the student learns the most. And apart from that, any activity which is done, that is also again driven by, it is student driven activities largely. If I talk about GIMS, in GIMS every event, every activity, it is entirely student driven. Be it an activity which is at the institute level, or maybe it is at the larger level. Very shortly we are organizing one management fest, okay, which will be a fest where all the institutes all across India will be participating. Okay, students from all across India will be participating. So now, from funding to designing the event to sourcing the celebrities to everything has to be done by students. And then you see that zeal in the student, how he how he designs the entire structure of the program, how he sources the guest, and what is on his plan of action. And that is something to be seen. तो वो जो एक बच्चे का, दिस इज एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग,
Correct.
जहाँ वो फेल हो रहा है, सीख रहा है, जा रहा है, कॉलेज से बाहर निकल रहा है, लोगों से मिल रहा है, रिजेक्शन हो रहा है, दैट आई थिंक दैट व्हाट वी एक्चुअली कॉल एज एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग.
Okay. Ma'am, you talked about the student manages the events, but जब इतना सारा student होता है and then there are, everybody wants to participate. How does the program make sure that everybody gets an equal opportunity?
Okay. Well, Dr. Imad, at GIMS, we strongly believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay. So we make sure that every student of ours is a part of any of the clubs. Okay. इसमें हम जैसे कि, like, for example, I'll tell you that we have almost 15 clubs at GIMS. Okay.
Correct.
Varying from the functional level clubs, like marketing has a hashtag club, HR has a Abhyodaya club, and so on. Apart from that, then we have culture club, which is a Sanskriti club, like this. So there are clubs in every area. Saksham club, the student welfare club. So what happens is that the student gets the opportunity to pick any club of his or her choice. बच्चे को पूरी लिबर्टी होती है, हम एक ओरिएंटेशन देते हैं कि ये क्लब है, and this is the objective of the club, and these are the activities which come under the domain of the similar activities which come under the club. And then it is being shared with the students. Now it is entirely on the choice of the student that which club he or she wants to pick. इसमें कहीं कोई bifurcation नहीं होता है, and इसमें बिल्कुल ऐसा नहीं होता है कि जो ज़्यादा अच्छा बच्चा है उसको हम किसी एक क्लब में डाल दें. पहली बात तो इस तरीके का कोई demarcation है ही नहीं. For us, every student is important, and there is a complete equity in opportunities.
And we are
So,
creating more opportunities. Within the more number of clubs, there are more
yes, absolutely.
spots for managing the events of the different clubs.
And the kind of the level of the events which we conduct in our campus, it has to be, every club has to be owned by minimum 25-30 students. That kind of engagement is there. क्योंकि जो हमारे events होते हैं वो भी I must appreciate the students of GIMS. The level of the events is something else, very different.
And they're not
I've not
only
observed.
confined to the institution, they're inter-college also.
Inter
maybe
college
They are
yes,
college,
yeah,
other
inter college events also
colleges.
that are also being organized in the campus. तो जो level होता है वो different का होता है, और हम, और you know what we feel is that every student should be given equal opportunity from comparing to, you know, to different roles, because
Correct.
and you know उसमें भी हम ना ensure करते हैं rotation हो. जैसे कि अगर कोई एक क्लब है उसमें 30 members है तो we ensure that there is a complete rotation of the responsibilities. अगर एक इवेंट में किसी ने कंपेयरिंग करी है तो नेक्स्ट उस क्लब के इवेंट में वो स्टूडेंट्स कंपेयरिंग नहीं करेंगे, कोई और दो स्टूडेंट्स करेंगे. तो ऐसा नहीं होता कि अगर कोई अच्छा है तो उसे ही अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी, क्योंकि हमें तो सबको अपने एक ही लेवल पे लेकर आना है.
Correct, correct.
वी हैव टू अपस्किल देम. सो दैट इज यू नो हाउ इट फंक्शंस
Correct.
एक्चुअली.
And I think, ma'am, ये जो events होता है, they are one of the channels where we can develop leadership skills बहुत
Absolutely.
आराम से. Can you shed a light on this, that uh, why should student participate more in these kind of events?
Yes, of course, because you know the events that we organize or the clubs that we have, they're completely driven by the students. There is no faculty intervention. The faculty intervenes only at the initial level while formulating the clubs, and that there also the intervention is minimal. It is the senior coordinators who does it, but still initially they are minimal intervention. Apart from that, the entire event activity or the club activities are, they are completely taken care by the club coordinators. So during the process they learn, you know, team building. During the process they learn coordination. They understand that any work or any, you know, task has to be contributed by everyone. They understand. देखो एक leadership में ना एक बहुत आपको important concept समझना पड़ता है कि when you have a team, not everybody will contribute equally to it.
Correct, correct.
And not everybody has the same competency. इनिशियली क्या होता है जब बच्चे इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज कराते हैं तो दे हैव लॉट ऑफ ग्रीवियंसेस, कंप्लेंट्स कि यू नो ये बहुत ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है, ये तो कुछ करता ही नहीं है, इसने तो इतना कम किया है. यही तो सीखना है. इवेंचुअली यू लर्न, एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली रियलिटी ऑफ लाइफ. व्हेन यू आर एट एन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव पोजीशन इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, you will have a team where not everybody is having the same skill set, or not everybody is having the same attitude.
Correct.
But plus you also learn that, you know, how complementary skills work. वो सीखते हैं कि अगर एक टीम है, दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन इज गुड इन कंटेंट राइटिंग, तो मुझे इसे कंटेंट राइटिंग का काम देना है. ही इज गुड इन
We need to identify the strengths of the student.
Absolutely. This is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. The students learn, of course, they learn conflict management, you know, they learn team building, they learn how to work in a group, and they learn how to take the responsibility, how to set the accountability of the person. So this is an entire process. It takes time, but eventually they learn over a period.
Another maybe
Yeah.
off camera, you were telling me that you were designing the newsletter for your area,
Right.
and how did student? Can you just tell more
Okay.
about that?
So this is very interesting that, you know, our students decided that, you know, we need to have one newsletter in our department, which is OB and HR department. So I said, okay, you can go ahead with it. It was completely driven by the students, their idea. Okay, so they only seeked information from us, like what are our accomplishments, you know, what we did.
Content सारा.
कंटेंट, हाँ, जो हम फैकल्टी से रिलेटेड कंटेंट था वो उन्होंने हमसे लिया,
Correct.
और जो बाकी कंटेंट था दे डिजाइन देमसेल्व्स, जिसमें उन्होंने HR प्रोफेशनल का इंटरव्यू भी किया. दे कॉन्टैक्टेड द एल्यूमिनाई आल्सो. सो ऑब्वियसली दीज वर द कंटेंट्स. तो उन्होंने नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम हैविंग द आइडिया ऑफ द न्यूज़लेटर टू creating the content, developing the content, to designing the newsletter, everything was done by the student. तो आप इमेजिन कीजिए डॉक्टर हिमायत, आप सोचिए हमने भी PGDM किया है.
बिल्कुल.
Obviously times different, I will not say that, but still हम मतलब we were not pro in everything, but these students managed to learn and come up with a newsletter which was highly appreciated by all. So, and they learn कि, you know, designing has to be done by this particular person who is good at designing, and one person will do the content writing. तो वो एक
Again, वो पूरा
students
team
का,
work वाला structure
हाँ,
रहता है.
absolutely.
Very
Absolutely. उसका
Right.
बहुत एक अच्छा इनिशिएटिव था. And yes, of course, we already have 2 editions of the newsletter, and very soon we'll be coming with a third edition as well. So
And all our student are concerned.
completely student. We do not have any intervention in that. We just share the feedback with them, which is very much needed. But otherwise, it's and the kind of this zeal I see in the students, it is commendable.
Great, ma'am. Great. I think we had a very good conversation regarding that, and this listeners must be now having much more better idea about a PGDM program. Before closing the program, मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि जो स्टूडेंट PGDM प्रोग्राम को परस्यू करने के सोच रहे हैं या जिनको उतना आइडिया भी नहीं है PGDM प्रोग्राम का पर वो पीजी करना सोच रहे हैं, तो व्हाट वुड बी योर एडवाइस, व्हिच काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट शुड लुक एट PGDM प्रोग्राम एंड व्हाई?
To all my viewers, I would just like to conclude that PGDM is one program that can help you, dream big and help you to achieve your dreams. So, if you have the dreams, if you are ambitious, and if you want to reach the zenith of your career, then PGDM is one program which is for you.